I don't think there's a bad Doom game, and I not only do I agree with that, I think Doom 3 is fucking great, and I don't know why people get so fucking mad at it. Like, I loved that game when it came out. I fucking loved Doom 3. And then, like, I got exposed to the greater internet, because it came out, like, right when I was graduating fucking high school. It came out right when I was fucking graduating high school, and I loved it to death. I thought it was so good. And then everything I liked about it, other people were mad. They were like, you can barely see, more focused on like this like atmosphere, and I don't like all of these records that are telling you the story as you go through it. And I was like, I love all of that shit. I love it so much. I love the voice records that you listen to while you're walking around. It's so immersive, and it doesn't slow down the gameplay. And then I love the guns. They're like, I fucking hate all of the guns. You need a mod to put a flashlight on your gun to make it better. And then I was like, I don't want that. I like it when it's so dark you can't see. It's Doom. Shoot your gun so that you can see because of the gun light. I fucking love that game. Like, I'm upset that I never got to finish it. I used to buy Doom, and it was, by the way, a curse. Have I ever told you guys? Have I ever told you guys about the fucking Doom curse? My curse that's against me about Doom 3? I suffer from a literal curse, okay? I've never been able to actually finish playing through Doom 3 because of insane circumstances that are always beyond my control. First off, the first time I ever played through it, I didn't own the game. A friend of mine owned it. And I would play it at his house, and I loved it to death, but it was his game, and I couldn't play it, and so he beat it while I was gone. And then I think he was going to lend it to me on the original Xbox. He, like, was going to lend it to me and stuff, but then I couldn't borrow it because I went to the fucking Marine Corps, so I couldn't fucking play it, even though I had time. I survived 2 deployments. I survived 2 combat deployments to Iraq. And finally, it was just like, I am going to beat this game. I had moved off base temporarily and got some off base housing just because I wanted to live off base. If you don't understand, you don't understand. But I did 2 deployments. I wanted my own place that was not in the barracks. We were living, and so when we went there, I bought myself a whole bunch of stuff. I bought myself a TV. I bought myself an Xbox, because they didn't have a 360s, weren't like all over the place yet. And I was just like, I'm gonna get a used Xbox for like $15. It's fucking great. And it came with Doom 3. I turned it on. I played it for like 5 hours and went to sleep that night. Went to work like the next day. While I was gone, someone kicked in the back door of our fucking trailer and stole my fucking Xbox with Doom 3 in it. I had the empty box. And then I think I tried to play it again on like some like Xbox Live or something. I was like, oh, I'm going to play it. And then it was taken off or some shit. And like a series of things have happened since then. And I've never played through an entire run of Doom 3 start to finish. I've never done it. Not once. It's fucking crazy. I like it is. I'm literally cursed. I'm literally cursed. Look, I can't even finish talking about Doom 3 without getting puked on by a fucking slug. This is my life is too fucking hard. Okay? It's too fucking hard. End segment. Oh. That one puts itself online. I'm gonna look at that tomorrow when I have all my brain back, and I'm gonna go, oh, Tyler, what were you doing on stream, you monster? Dude, the game I actually survived for, by the way, this is a thing. Before I deployed, we had me and a friend of mine who I'm not really close with anymore, but I fucking love that guy when I used to hang out with him in high school. We were watching, like, literally, I think it was maybe like the week before I fucking got deployed to boot camp, basically. I don't know how that, whatever. I was hanging out it was right before I went to boot camp, or maybe it was right after I got out. I can't remember, but it was definitely before I got deployed on my first deployment. And I saw the advertisement for, the announcement advertisement for Metal Gear Solid 4. Right? And we were Metal Gear Solid heads, dude. We were fucking about it. Metal Gear Solid 3 was like one of our favorite fucking games of all times, mid-early 2000s. And like, we were watching it, and then it said the announcement date was like, when it was going to be released was like 2009, right? Like, or 2008. It didn't really matter. It was like deep into my thing, and we were kind of like, we didn't like really say it, and I was like, man, if I die on deployment, I can't play Metal Gear Solid 4. And like, that was one of the things I thought about the most. The shit that you focus on when you like actually get into those stupid ass situations are absurd. It was like so fucking dumb. It was such a fucking dumb thing to think. But I remember thinking it consistently throughout the time I was in the military. Consistently thinking about Metal Gear Solid 4. So much. An insane amount of thinking about Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, I would get, like, we got shot at. And, like, you finish that day, you get done, you can't even get a shower. Isn't it weird that you can get shot at and then not get a shower afterward? Isn't that strange? You know how, like, most of your, like, worst days at work in a normal civilian job, you get done, at least you get, like, a shower or, like, a beer. No shower, no beer in the military, baby. Not at war. You just get off, and then it's like, all right, well, you're behind a little bit more concrete for a few hours. I hope you can sleep, and then you got to go back outside of the concrete again. I remember just laying down and being like, wow, I came pretty close to getting clipped, and I would have never been able to play Metal Gear Solid 4. I probably am going to die before the end of this month, but like, it would be cool if I lived and I got to play Metal Gear Solid 4. I shit you not. Tell fucking Hideo Kojima this. I'm not, this is not a bit. This is literal fucking mental illness or something. I don't know how to describe it. And I lived, I don't know, 2 deployments, right? 2 fucking deployments. And then like I survived Ramadi, which went from being like the worst place ever to like right before we got there, they had the fucking Sunni awakening, and then they're like, hey, no, fucking the Martyr Majid fucking chilled everything off. So no shooting anyone, and you stay inside most of the time. Like, oh, okay. I came back from that, and I think it was either before that or after it, maybe before or after my next deployment, because I was basically, my next deployment was next to a leave block, they call it. So basically, I got sent to 3 deployments, and the last one was so close to the end of my term, I got to come back early because I had so much fucking vacation time saved up from going on deployment relentlessly. I spent 20 months, I think total, or maybe it was like 19 months total of my enlistment on deployment. It was fucking crazy. Just literally pushing 2 fucking years with Marine Corps infantry deployments, which are not good. They are bad. They're bad deployments. And my buddy Devin Haymesser, shout out. I don't know why I said his name, but no one's gonna know who the fuck that guy is. He left and he was like, hey, I'm going out of town, something. I was like, dude, give me the keys to your room, because he wouldn't let me borrow his PlayStation 3. I think he had a PlayStation 3. It would have been on, yeah. Maybe it was a PS4, but I'm pretty sure it was PS3 at that time. 2009-ish. And he's like, yeah, you can, no, yeah, so this is definitely after fucking that. So he's like, yeah, I'm going out of town, but you can borrow my key and just basically keep an eye on my room and play the game. And I'm like, fuck yes. I played that. I bought it. He didn't have it. I bought Metal Gear Solid 4 and fucking played it on someone else's system. This is how fucking cracked back in the day was. And I played it straight through over 3 days, and I drank up every fucking second of it. And I love that game. I brook no complaints about Metal Gear Solid 4. There is nothing wrong with it other than there's not more. That's it. I don't care. I'll tell you what, if you're like upset about it, or you're like, this was not the ideal, I've heard all of the arguments. Let me just tell you, 2 deployments, maybe it might have been on the other side of the 3rd one. I can't quite remember that time period very well, when I was at one place and when I was the other. Fucking, I had been through it. Mortared, shot at, all the good stuff. Haze like you wouldn't believe. sweeping fucking catwalks in the middle of a goddamn sunny fucking Iraq goddamn day while there's a sandstorm. All that shit, fuck, didn't give a fuck, dude. Bliss. Pure bliss. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I've never been happier. I chased that dragon of a video game. Every fucking second of it was perfect for me. I wanted it so bad, and I was not disappointed at all. Other people are like, oh no, it wasn't as good as it. Yeah, sure, okay, it's not as good as like fucking 3 or whatever. Does not matter. The fucking getting it was perfect. I remember yelling. I'm alone. I was alone in a room, probably half drunk most of the time, playing this game. And when fucking, what's his name? Dubbin or whatever, the black dude that fucking sells the off-market guns, and he's got a little monkey sidekick. They both jump down and do the little cat pose and like look up. I jumped up and yelled and was like, wah! And the whole like 6-hour fucking fight between Old Snake and fucking Ocelot on top. I was literally purely fucking involved in that. My entire heart was on that screen. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I was half in tears at times. I was like, oh my God. And like fucking Old Snake gets hugged by fucking Big Boss, like, time to put down the gun, son. And I'm like, that me for real. Like having a literal breakdown, like sitting alone in a barracks room. Not even my barracks room. My barracks room's to the other side of the building, even the other company's side of the building. Like 8th Regiment Barracks. If you're still in 8th Regiment Barracks over there in Head Knot Point, the ones that are literally across from the regimental office. That's where I was. On the top back floor, 3rd floor. And I was just like crying. I still smoked at the time, so like they'd be like, Snake's taking a smoke break, and have the things like, time to take a break, and I'd stand outside and smoke and be like, man, I wish I was as cool as somebody in this video. Me, a literal combat veteran who has shot a gun in a combat zone, smoking my cigarette like, god damn, Solid Snake is cool as fuck. I wish I could be as cool as him, but I never will be. Losing my fucking mind. Fighting Razor X, absolutely, dude. The coolest. Watching the gayest sword fight in the history of mankind, Raiden versus Vamp. Okay, no straight man could ever step on someone's chest with knives that way. I'm just gonna tell you, we don't. There's a difference, okay? Some people just don't have it in them. I think Kojima would collect you amongst his best specimens of quirked up white boys. If I made a good movie, he would be like about me probably. Did you do the post boss fights goon session? I don't even know what that means. Oh wait, yeah, where you can take pictures of the hot chicks. I completely forgot about that. I had no idea. It popped back into my mind. Oh man, I fucking lived for that. I lived for that goddamn game. Everything about it. Him, a smoking soldier. I wish I was as cool as a smoking soldier. For real. I was standing out there, fucking Camp Lejeune, fucking cold ass dark night. Half fucking cracked. Like, I would stay up, play this game like this, like we're doing right now. Me, same thing. Just like, I'll get off any second now. And I look at the clock and it's 6 a.m. and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going, bitch. I spit on my computer. I actually choked myself on a little bit of spit there. Don't worry about me. Yeah, I just living it, man. It was the best fucking experience ever. I wasn't recording any of this. Hope you enjoyed your time on the